Last year, Folio Society published a wonderful leather-bound limited edition of Peter S. Beagle's classic fantasy novel, The Last Unicorn, adorned with delightful illustrations by Lily Seika Jones. Thankfully this year it has been made into a standard, more affordable, although still beautiful cloth-bound edition you can see here. Let's take a look inside. The Last Unicorn was first published in 1968, and it follows the titular unicorn on her quest to find her kin, and discover what happened to the rest of her species. I've only just started reading it expecting a rather simply told novel, but I was pleasantly surprised to see how much poetry and melancholy was present in the writing. Although the more whimsical fairy tale elements are definitely part of it, the general spirit of the book seems to be more gentle and wistful, told with lyrical beauty, followed with a sort of strangeness that should be present in any true fairy story. I love how the phrasing, both in dialogue and narration, always takes unexpected turns, sometimes giving me a pretty hard time of understanding fully what is meant, and it often feels more like reading a poem rather than prose. Some people may be put off by that, but I think there is a nice balance to it. The story was popularized by its animated film adaptation in the 1980s, which used the screenplay written by Peter S. Beagle himself. It was produced by Rankin Bass, the company responsible for The Hobbit and the Return of the King adaptations, released a few years earlier. There is a notable similarity between the animated film and the illustrations in this book, especially when it comes to the elegant design of the unicorn. But the artwork by Lily Seika Jones definitely has a voice of its own. I've seen her art on social media where she tends to post lovely, tender watercolor drawings of woodland creatures, which would, by the way, make her perfect for a folio edition of Redwall, if that ever happens. Aside from the 10 watercolor illustrations, there's plenty of smaller pen and ink drawings in this book. Although they are rather humble in a way, I think they could carry the whole book on their own with their charm and confidence. At first I thought the cover boards might be bound in paper, especially since they're blocked in full color, but it turns out the material is a smooth, silky cloth. The wraparound design is lovely, although I'm not sure I love it as the cover design. I understand if they want to differentiate between the two, but the variation of the clamshell box design from the limited edition would have done so nicely as the cover here. I do wonder how the full-color printing will hold up over time. It might rub off on a few corners and edges, but I don't personally mind. The top page edges have a rose gold foiling, the same that appears on the spine text, and there is also a surprise silk ribbon marker included, in a green color matching the plain end papers, which is not something I have often seen in Folio Society releases until now. The green was also used for certain parts of the text as nice accents that I always welcome in any edition. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and goodbye.